Hey guys, it's George. I-DLE back with Nude, hence the nude jacket. No, I'm just joking. I have seen the teasers for this and I'm getting a strong Moulin Rouge vibe, so I'm interested to see whether the styling is in a more costume-led direction, a fashion-led direction, or if there's going to be a balance of both. As usual, I'm going to react to the MV, then afterwards we're going to analyse all of the fashion, and if you want to learn more about my fashion background, I've left all of that information in the description box, so go have a read if you want. Straight in with the Moulin Rouge vibe. Ooh. Mini looks insane. The giant pink bow on the back of the dress. Chanel vibes. Jean-Paul Gaultier, Madonna, come on. I'm liking how we're getting a mixture of costume and fashion. That was my, what I wanted to see. But then also, you are getting this kind of, show tune beat to the song, which I think is really interesting. Oh, yeah, the red lips, the shoulders. Yes, girl. Marilyn. Oh my god, yes, this must have been so much fun to film. This is 100% playing into this lingerie trend that we're seeing within K-pop. Stunning. I love this. The giant fishnets, the feathers, the boning. Ooh. This, the pearls, the cuts, the blonde hair. I love how all the members are blonde for this because it really ties into this Moulin Rouge, Marilyn Monroe vibe that's going on. Throw your cash at her, yes. Ooh. She looks stunning. Jessica Rabbit. I love how I-DLE just always, it's not I-DLE, it's I-DLE, pushing boundaries. Amazing. The Chanel vibe outfits. Ooh. Cheeky. This set of looks. Drama, theatrics. Sion. Look at that. Inspired by Marilyn and Banksy. For me, the balance of costume vs fashion is perfect because with this type of concept, it'll be so easy to go down the extremely costumey route. It'll be so easy to make it really tacky, over the top, and just go too far down the costume rabbit hole, whereas this is the perfect balance of fashion, of costume, and you pick up on all of the references instantly because the references are just so iconic. Let's kick it off with the Moulin Rouge group set of looks, and this set of looks just really plays into this lingerie trend that's emerging within K-pop. Within female idols at the moment, we're seeing a lot of boning details, sheer panels. We're getting suspenders, suspender belt details, whether that's on a dress, a top, jersey pieces, boots. It's playing into this lingerie idea, and this set of looks is a very modern interpretation of what would have been worn in the 20s in this burlesque, flapper, high glam era. the headbands, the berets, all of the embellishment. And then you'll notice that none of the members are wearing like skyscraper, like pump heels. They're all wearing very like low Mary Jane heels, shoes, accessories that would have been true to this era. And these looks are a lot. There is a lot of detail, there is a lot going on, but again, it plays into this idea of glamour. Mion's is really beautiful, the sheer boning of the top, and then she has the feathers, the bow going across the bust, and then that full red skirt of all of the feathers in the back tying into the headdress is probably the most simple out of all of the girls, but I think it is just so stunning because it lets the construction details really shine. For me, Minnie's definitely has a Lady Marmalade kind of vibe going on. I think with like the butterfly ring, and then she's got the red tights laid with the red fishnets, and it's got the stoning detail as well, and then all of the ostrich feathers coming behind the short. Shuha's has to be my favourite, and for me it's all to do with the skirt. I love how we're getting different densities of sheer because we're getting the different layers of that sheer fabric. That's them in edge with that red satin ribbon. It's just so beautiful. Hers is all black, but there's quite a lot of red because there are so many layers. And then the oversized fishnets, that Mary Jane shoe with the low heel, and then again the beautiful sheer boning detail, the feathers across the bust tying into the headpiece. Sooyeon's skirt is like the short version of Shuha's skirt, and you'll notice that there are less layers and it has a slightly more exaggerated hip shape, and that red edging, it is the feathers, so it's tying into the other members' look that way. You also notice that Sooyeon's look's been styled with the suspenders coming up just above the knee. I think that looks really beautiful, and it's definitely given me like a salon girl kind of vibe. Saloon. Fuck's sake. Yuki's look, I'm in two minds about it. I really love what's going on the top half. The beautiful black sheer bustier, the boning detail. But for me, I'm not really loving how much is going on with the skirt. I think where there's so many different colours of tulle going on, and then the different metallic and then matte textures, it's just a lot. And then I really love the tight with the sheer coming round, and then the laced up detail going up the leg with the heel. Great. It's just there's too much going on. There's too many different types of tulle going on. Other than that, the silhouette and details. The black tweed looks have to be my favourite. I love the texture of the tweed on camera, and where you've got that metallic yarn that's been woven into the tweed, it picks up so subtly on camera, but it looks so incredibly beautiful. Sooyeon, the incredibly cropped jacket, the bralette underneath, the incredibly short mini skirt, and then the suspenders. Shuha, she has that longer collarless jacket, the crop top underneath, and then that longer pencil style skirt with the sheer tights. Yuki, she's got the wide leg trousers, the crop top, and then that crop jacket that hits just the waist of her trousers, the pearl details. Mion's, this is my favourite, the wrap dress, the square neckline, the gold buttons, and then the incredibly light denier suspenders coming out underneath, and then the pearl details coming down the neck, around the waist. And I know I always talk about necklines being flattered with jewelry, but where the jewelry is so heavy and it comes down, it really works. And then Minnie, she has the crop top with the wide leg trousers, and I love how she's got the pearls in that body chain shape over the top. It gives her accessories a slightly different touch to the other members. And with this set of looks, it's definitely giving a Chanel vibe. As soon as you put pearls and tweed together, it's just like the two things Chanel is known for. And I don't know if these tweed outfits are Chanel, but when you look at the pearl accessories, I'm not seeing any Chanel logos in them, but you can see crucifixes in the pearls. So this video is really playing into two big K-pop trends at the moment. The final group set of looks, just incredible. Each member has a nude top going on that's a different shade of nude, and there are different graphics going on. Mion, Sooyeon, Yuki all have graphics, and then Shuha and then Minnie on the left, plain. It's more about the cut. Minnie has that really interesting shoulder shape going on where the shoulder comes out and then there's a tight sleeve underneath, and then Shuha, she's got that beautiful suspend belt detail. The bottom halves of their outfits is giving this grungy vibe, this tomboyish vibe, and it's tying back into their previous title track release, which is just incredibly smart. Minnie, the leather shorts with those giant rings at the hips. Normally this is something that I'll be like, oh, I don't like it, but I love this styling, this silhouette, how cropped the top is, the long sleeve, how tight the shorts are, the lacing detail, the boot is so fucking good. And with all of the girls' looks in this scene, as I said, there's a grunginess, a tomboyiness, whatever. But from Mion going down to Shuha, there's definitely a Y2K kind of vibe to these looks. Mion skirt, the giant buckle, the rah-rah skirt-esque shape of the skirt, Y2K vibes. The low-rise mini skirt with all of the hardware on Suyeon, Y2K vibes. Camo on Yuki, Y2K vibes. And then this wide leg trouser with that kind of like Pussycat Dolls gothic-y font on Shuha on the end, Y2K vibes. There are a lot of beautiful solo looks in this MV, so I'm just going to touch on a few of my faves. Minnie's opening solo look is just incredible, clearly referencing Marilyn Monroe in Gentlemen Prefer Blondes. This pink crushed velvet mini dress, high neck, completely covering her hands with the gloves, and then she has the high-low moment with that incredible stuff bow, giving us that 3D effect. The ribbon bottom pieces of the bow draping to the floor, all of the jewels. Such an incredible modern interpretation of this look. Suyeon's cone bra, that beautiful rosy nude colour in the velvet with the ruche detailing, texturally is so beautiful, but I just love all of the references. I believe back in the 40s and the 50s, they were called bullet bras, and bras were actually a pointed shape. It wasn't that rounded shape you see today, so we're getting the reference back to that era, the old Hollywood era, but then also we're getting that Madonna Jean-Paul Gaultier reference. Shuha in the metallic green dress, she looks just insane. The contrast of the green against the hair, the setting, the fabric, the way it's been pleated and it wraps over the bust, it really pulls her in at the waist, and then the way the fabric's been gathered for the skirt of the dress and it flares down with that split, the silhouette of it is just insanity, and the way that the fabric really enhances the silhouette of the dress. And I like how we have that split that comes up quite high, because again, the break of the flesh just really highlights and lends itself to the silhouette of this dress. I-DLE Nude, that was just incredible. The references to Marilyn and Banksy that they mentioned, I've loved going through and analysing the fashion in this, and it is the perfect balance of costume and fashion. Just can't say anything wrong about this. Make sure to let me know what you think of Nude in the comments, but thank you so much for watching. A massive thank you to everyone who subscribed. You are amazing, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye guys. Bye bye.